Hello everybody, how are you doing? As we can see, I managed to commit suicide via blood altar. Didn't go so well, not gonna lie, didn't go so well. Okay, so today's episode, and God, there's a lot of mobs. Today's episode is going to be finishing off stuff about blood magic. I did some recording about how to get to like the second altar, which I haven't shown you yet. And my previous video shows you a bit about the early stages of blood magic. So I'm going to show you, if you need to start blood magic, go to the previous video, the beginning, like 10 minutes. And then I'm going to show you the next stage of the footage that I've already got. And then I'm going to start on the tier 3 stuff, which is what this altar is. So I will see you after you've watched that. Okay, so now we're back from DMAX, and like I say, gun. I need to upgrade my altar. Now, I am going to try and do this by going boop. There we go, they've got my altar. There is a reason that I'm doing that. It's a good reason. It's because you need to move it up a little bit to make sure that things are all right. Okay, so what we are doing is we are making blood runes. Now, if I go there, you make a blood rune that way, which is blank slates, and then, and then you put your blood orb in the center. And I am not sure. Okay, so it doesn't actually use essence, which is what I was thinking it might do. So let's stick some more in, get some more out. Okay, so we've now got 8 blood runes. Now what you need to do is you need to first start by booping them one off this area. So if that's the center, I am going to put them in a 1, 2, so it's a 3 by 3 square. Okay, so this is the tier 2 blood altar. And we're going to boop that there, and then we're going to put the blood altar in the center. Like so. Now, so we've got a tier 2 blood altar, and as you can see, there's nothing in there. So we've got, and you can see, tier 2 takes 10,000 blood. We can also make a new blood orb, but first, I need to make it. Yeah, I need to make a new blood orb. So if I go blood orb, right? So this should be the next tier up. So this is the weak blood orb. This is the apprentice one. Now you can see that requires 5,000 life and an emerald. So I'm going to come here and I am going to start sacrificing myself for the blood. Okay, so now I've got 5,000 in my bank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to boop up a new stone, and it's the same as with the diamond. It should boop up a new orb, but we'll wait and see. It's fine. It's fine. And there we go, a shiny new blood orb. Let's just boop it to attach it to ourselves. And if we go boop, we got 5,200. Okay, so I've been looking at like the runes that I can create. So, rune of sacrifice. So now what I understand by that one, is that it increases how much life goes into the altar each time you sacrifice it yourself. And the rune of self-sacrifice, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's to do with the amount of heart. I don't know. We're going to make those 2 runes, but they require reinforced slates. If you look at them, they're reinforced slates, which is basically a slate with another 2,000. So I am going to start. I'm going to start making those. Okay, so now I've got what I need I can make the rune of... kind of want to do... well, the rune of sacrifice I think applies to other creatures. So like if I were to sacrifice cows or sheep or villagers or something. And the rune of self-sacrifice, which is the one that I've been going through recently, is basically an altar block, this thing. And yes, it should be boop, 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 boop. And I need this one in the centre and then reinforced plates on either side. Okay, so that's the rune of self-sacrifice. So this should give me, so if I take out this one and I put in this one, right, before I was getting, right, actually let's double check. So I've got 145. If I just eat for a start, if I sacrifice, I was getting 200 before. Now I'm getting 220. So for each one of those self-sacrifice runes, I will get an extra 20 points of blood magic. That's still quite slow. That is still quite slow. Now I need, let me have a look at sacrificial daggers, which means I can possibly this thing, dagger of sacrifice, may cause a bad day. So that's me, and this is them. Now I don't know. Let's have a go. Let's make one. Let's have a go. Okay, so I've got 3,000 in. Let's put the sword in, and hopefully what we should do is get something sacrificial and be able to boop things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think we can go out and boop dangerous things or boop not dangerous things. I don't know if you have to be close to the altar or not. So let's try away from the altar and then try near it. Okay, let's get our sacrificial dagger. Right, what? Let's check two things. Let's check our own personal. We've got 5,200, and let's check the altar. It's got 445. Okay, so let's find something quick to sacrifice. You. Oh, and I get chicken. Right, so 5,200. And check this. Right, they're both exactly the same. They're both exactly what they were before. Okay, I'm gonna get something and put it next to the thing and then try and sacrifice it. And hopefully that will work. What are golden lassos for? Apparently absolutely everything. Right, I've got a chicken here. Let's put it next to this and then let's sacrifice it. Did that change anything? Didn't change anything to anyone. Right, let's put it on here then. I've got a cow. Do I have to... Oh, let's do the sheep. What did that do? Did that do anything? Yes, it did. So they actually have to be standing on the altar. Okay, I can do this standing on the altar. Okay, so that was worth 200. What a cow's worth? No, bro. Come here. In fact, let's seal off. Oh, I don't have enough blocks for this. Okay, I'm gonna go get some blocks and seal off the altar. Or I could just go. Boop, boop. Like so. And how much was that worth? That was 600, I think. So cows are worth 3. Okay, so sacrificing animals is a lot more difficult than most things, but they produce a lot more. I have actual farms down here. I could start breeding cows. Okay, so this is the tier 3 altar. This as you can see, is a rune of self-sacrifice, which means if I do that, more goes into it. And each one of these increases the amount of blood that goes into the altar by 20. That's a flat 20. If you look, that's got 6,580. And if I go boop, it's now got, wow, it's now, no, hang on, I wasn't close enough to the altar when I did that. Okay, boop. Now let's try. Altar essence is now, it's got about 300. So I've done that. I'm considering killing myself at some point somewhere, so I don't have that wandering about in front of my blood altar. Anyway, right, these ones are runes of sacrifice, which means when I kill critters, we are going to get 10% more for each of these ones we have in our altar. And I've shown you how to make the runes of self-sacrifice. The runes of sacrifice relate to other mobs. Each one of these is a flat 10%. So critters, I've got to go get some golden nets anyway. If I bring one over here, each of those critters over there, you see all the cows? Hang on. Kind of made a mob farm. Anyway, each cow is worth 200, so each one of these is a flat 10%. There's 20 of them. So therefore each one of these is worth, so each altar now, so each cow is now worth 600 because it's 200%. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. I'm not sure it makes sense to me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to make a doobry. We're going to make the last doobry, and by doobry I obviously mean rune of sacrifice. Where's my gold? My gold, my gold. And the last of the runes of sacrifice. So we've got our, that's the tier 1 altar, this is the tier 2 altar, this bit around here is the tier 3 altar. And now what we need to have happen is we need to go 1, 2, and then pop a block of glowstone on top of it. Because of course you do. Boop, and we need to take that one away. Yes, let's just be conservative. Let's just boop everything and then deal with that bit afterwards. Boop, boop. It doesn't have to be stone, it can be anything, just so long as the glowstone's where it's supposed to be. Boop, 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 boop. Something just happened then, I'm not sure. I think it might have just been the light changing. Come on. Give me a stone. Thank you. Now if we whack the altar with this, it's now a tier 3 altar, which has 10,000. Now let's look at the blood orb for this level. Blood orb, right. So we're looking at the magician's blood orb. Now if you look, it's 25,000 life points. Now if I boop it, you'll see it only takes 20,000. So it's twice as many as required. So I need to bring things over to be sacrificed. So I am going to go and get some things in quotation marks. And you know what? We're going to fly on our broom because it's really the fast way to get back to camp. Boop. Flying! Whee! I don't know what's going on here, but these two seem to be exploding things. Just wanted to point out the giant redwoods that are really close to my base, which I think are awesome. There's another one sort of over there somewhere, but I put giant trees. So yeah, that's something we're gonna probably try and grow at some point. Okay, so first things first is we need to stock the blood altar. And if you look, we've got 6860 in there, and we've got all these sacrifice stones, and I want to know how good these are going to be with the sacrificing. So it should give us 600 points. Ooh, Let's keep the leather because that's really important. Let's see what that did. No, give me that back. Yeah, so the cows are doing quite well. Let's and filling up the altar quite nicely. And yeah, one more cow should do it. They're actually giving more than I thought they were going to. Maybe no, they're going no. Yeah, they're giving slightly more than I thought they were going to, which is good. Which is good. One more. Let's just fill up the altar to maximum. Now, I believe that should be filled. That's filled. Okay, so my only problem, ultimately, is that it's going to cost more than the altar can hold to actually make the next thing. Now, I've got enough cows over there, and I've also got villagers. Now, these should net me a tidy 6,000 each. I've got 5 of them. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab them all. Boop, 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 boop. Right, so I've got 5 villagers to sacrifice. Now, there is some mention of some weird stuff going on if you sacrifice villagers, but I guess we'll sort that out when it comes to it. Now, we need a just a single block of just the one game. Now, what I need to do is I need to keep an. I'm just gonna go. Hopefully, this will create my blood orb, and if I keep an eye on it, I'll know when to sacrifice a villager. So we should sacrifice a villager when it gets below about 3,000-ish, give or take. So we need to put that in there and then continually boop the altar just to make sure. That's going down way faster than I was hoping it was going to. Okay, so it's a case of not enough time. Okay, so if I go boop, boop, and then check it. Okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I mean, it's literally just a villager. No one cares about the deaths of villagers. Oh, wait. Oh. Hi. I'm worried. Okay, let's boop you down. Yep, okay, we're doing okay. Hopefully that will be enough to actually get the block of gold into a blood orb. I feel kind of sinister. Oh, it did it already. Okay, I don't have to sacrifice these guys. Okay, so now we've got a magician's blood orb. It only took 3 villagers. How much? 3,000. Okay, so we're at 3,000. I will keep those 2 safe over here, just in case things get needed. Okay, so the next job is to do ritual stones and it's to make a master ritual stone, but to do that you need ritual stones. So I need to go get some obsidian and to get some reinforced slate. So oh yeah, so it is just the bog standard one we've been having. That's fine. I'm going to get some stuff. Okay, let's get started with the ritual stones then. So the ritual stones are these 4 reinforced slates, which is 3,000 in the blood stone, and my blood orb. That gets the ritual stone. Now, I think it's this way. Obsidian and this ritual stone makes a master ritual stone. Hooray! So now we've got a master ritual stone, which is the thing that is the centre of all our rituals, or at least the rituals that are going to be. Now, I need to make some more reinforced stone, and then we need to make elemental inks. So the inscription tools, and I think we use those to write on the blocks. So I need a lapis block, magma cream, okay, a ghast tip, I don't know if I've got any of those left, and a coal block. Okay, I'm going to collect those things and be right back. Okay, so I've got all the stuff that I need and all the things that are required to make the elemental inks for the runestones. I don't have any runestones yet, but let's get started. This one should be water. If you just boop it in there, it should just do a thing with a few thousand. Should be 1,000. There we go. So we've got elemental inscription tool, water. Okay. Okay, magma cream should be fire. Dun 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 dun. I know this is the waiting part I don't particularly enjoy about this mod, but I'm assuming that after a while things will probably become a bit faster to do this. Now, from what I gather, you place down your ritual stone and then you boop one of these things on it in the appropriate manner. I'm not sure what the appropriate manner is yet, but you know, we'll figure something out. And then you start the ritual. I don't know how to start the ritual. I don't know anything, but that's just me. Ooh, let's take that. And the last one is a block of coal, which should be the dusky one, I think. So I've got water, fire, earth, air. And I guess I need... Oh, I need a tier 4 altar for this one. No dusky one for me. And I can't get a tier 4 altar until I do all the rest of the stuff. Until I get all my things done. Okay, so I've got my, like, elemental inscription tools. I'm going to make some more ritual stones. And I'll see you after that is done. Okay, so I've got all my ritual stones ready. So there's my blood orb. And I've got these things, which are like that. And obsidian in each corner. There we go. We've got our ritual stones. Now, I have got these things. I know sort of vaguely how to set out the ritual that I want, but I also need to make a new diamond sword for the ritual, because I'm trying to bind my sword to me. I'm also going to take a water bucket. I'm probably sure that I should not do that. However, I am going to anyway. I don't need any of these. I need to look up if there's anything else required for the ritual. So I've got ritual stones. I've got the ritual. I've got these things. Oh, and the diamond sword. And the diamond sword. And the diamond sword. Okay, right. So I've got a fresh diamond sword as well. Okay, so I am going to... Suppose I'm going to do it here. Although it is kind of explosion-y. You know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it here. Okay, so I am going to set out the stones and I'll show you what I've done when I've done it. Okay, so if you can see over there, I've made my little circle. I'll go over to that in a minute and I'll show you what we're doing. But to activate the ritual, I will need to make a weak activation crystal, I think. And I need to do that by making... Hang on, I'll show you. That's a weak activation crystal. That's a lava crystal. So I've got to get 10,000 into a tier 3, which I've got. And I've also got that in there. And I've got to make that. So, joy. So it's going to be glass, glass, obsidian, obsidian. Lava, lava, lava. This thing in here, and I've forgotten what was down there. Diamond. Of course it was diamond. Diamond, 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 diamond. Fortunately, I brought some diamonds along. Okay, so we got a lava crystal. Now, lava crystals are quite useful because they can be shoved into furnaces and they'll smelt things for you. So might as well stick this thing in there because it's going to take a while to get 10,000 points into it. I'll see you when it's done. There we go. So we've got ourselves an activation crystal. Let's boop that out there. I am going to wait until nightfall, which isn't too long, and then we'll go over to the stone circles and do the ritual. Fingers crossed. Well, okay then. Night is going down. Now, you'll see... here that I put the wrong thing on the wrong block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I don't know if I can, does water, that's something I want to test. Does water wash it away? Water does not wash it away. That's good. Okay, however, what that means is, no means no. No means no. There we go. However, that means I am going to have to go boop and then replace it. Fortunately, that's something I can do. Right, now, the ones, right, you can see how I've set it up. It's sort of crossways and lengthways. Now, the ones that are in a flat corner, so they're all 2 blocks sort of away, except this one is not. Don't worry about it. You could, if I go up here, you can see how it's laid out. So do it yourself. Right, so these ones are air. These ones are fire. Now, the fire ones also are fire and water. It's just the top blocks you want on this one, even though you do need other blocks down beneath. And these ones are earth. Right. I guess. Right. I'm a little bit scared. So if I go Q, I hope this works. And if I go, nothing appears to have happened. Okay, I get to read up a little bit more, I guess. Apparently, I needed to have more LP in my thing. Now, if I do, does this need to be, if I've sunk that into the ground, does that matter? Is the next question. Let's try taking that out and just, if we just boop it in the center, maybe I can, okay. If I, right, okay, so if I, hang on, if I just, whoa, ow, I'm on fire. I am on fire. Whoa. Ouchie, but ouch. There's my sword, there's my sword, there's my sword. Okay, so now I have a bound blade. And nearly killed myself. Okay, so what I did, for those of you who weren't sure, is I put life into my blood orb. I put 10,000 life into my blood orb. If you look, I've now got 5,000 LP in my blood orb. Pulled that up, and then when I booped this on it, it transferred my LP from there into there, and therefore I got the bound blade. Now it's probably a good time to have it because it's now if I you can see it's a blob in my hand, yeah, it's sort of like a little globule thing. Now if I do shift right click, it turns it into a sword. Now if I show you what I'm talking about, if I show you 5,770, what it should do is this thing should start taking things from my area, as it were. I need to find a mob of some. There you go. You'll do. Oh my god, you won't do. Jesus. Actually, no. Screw it. Fine. Right. Come here. Now. Ah, he just dropped one. He just dropped one. He just dropped one. If you. Oh, did I not pick it up in time? There it is. There's one. See, weak blood shards. Now the weak blood shards, I'm going to eat something and run away for a bit. Right, first things first, I need to shift, if I shift right click the blade, it goes back to the blobby. Now let's check to see, what I think happens is, yeah, if you kill something with it, it takes blood off you. And then it gives you these shards. Now, if I go with you, move them along. Right, this stuff, the weak bloodstone. That's what's required to make the tier 4 altar. Oh, you creepy little creepster. You've just... Fine. You know what? Shift right click. Boop. Give me your blood orbs. Okay, so starting next episode, what we can do is we can, you know, start thinking about upgrading this altar into a tier 4 altar. And then I have no idea what comes next. Hopefully, bound armor. But, you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been Zombie Cleo. This has been Blood Magic. I just smacked my keyboard. Class dismissed.